All right, so today's lesson is very, very easy. Okay, today's lesson is where do we put a comma in a date. Okay, so every day when I write the date, okay, we write the day. We're supposed to write the day of the week, the month. Okay, let me show you. So it says here we put a comma between the day and the year. So if I write, for example, Monday, November 30th, 2020, where do I put the comma? I put the comma between these two numbers, the day and the year. All right? Okay, like for another example, December 3rd, 2020. Where do I put the comma? I'm trying to make the comma bigger. Okay. Okay. If I make this date bigger, okay, so I have here now December 3rd, 2020. I put the comma between the day and the year. So the number, these two numbers between the day and the year. Okay, so that's the only lesson that we have today, where to put the comma. So we put the comma, when we write the date, we put the comma between the day and the year. Let's go to page 154 and see where we will put the date. So if I give you a sentence and it says write the comma on the date correctly. Okay, it says the work began on March 30th, 1999. Where do we put it? Okay, I go between the day and the year and I put a comma. They dug the hole on April 12th, 1999. I go between the day and the year and I put a comma. Okay, again, the builder started on May. I wrote May with a lowercase, that's wrong. Okay, May 5th, 1999. I go between 5 and 9 and I put a comma. Okay, so the comma always goes between the day and the year. The work ended on July 20th, 2000. I go between 20 and 2000 and I put a comma. School opened on September 1st, 2000. Again, I go between the day and the year and I put a comma. That's it. This is today's lesson. Okay, and here on page 154 we'll be revising. Where is it? Oh, okay. And the bottom here we'll be revising the parts of a letter. Okay, so when we write a letter, you're usually supposed to write the date on top. For example, May 15, 2001. Again, where do I put the comma? Between the day and the year. So I write May 15th, comma, 2001. Where else do we put a comma in the letter? After the greeting, Dear Calvin. After the person's name that you're sending it to, you put a comma. So on the date, you put the comma between the day and the year. May 15, 2001, the comma is here as you see. In the greeting or when you start a letter, you write dear and the person's name and then you put the comma, Dear Calvin. Last week, my family went to the playground. Last week, my family had fun. I played baseball and I swam in the pool. Okay, if I go to the instructions, you always read the instructions before you answer. Okay, it says write the letter, add commas where they belong. So we added 2 commas. This is something that we already did. And use and to combine short sentences. Okay? If we said here, last week my family went to the playground. Last week my family had fun. So here, these 2 sentences, the first sentence and the second sentence has the same subject. So if I want to make this sentence better, what can I do? I'll say, last week my family went to the playground and remove the same predicate. Okay, so I will remove all of this. Last week my family went to the playground and had fun. Okay, because both sentences had the same predicate. Both sentences began with last week my family went to last week my family. So I removed last week and my family from the second sentence and I combined the predicate. So here the sentence says last week my family went to the playground and had fun. I played baseball. I swam in the pool. Can we combine these two sentences? Yes, because they both have the same subject. I and I. So what can I do? I will remove the second I and the period, of course, and add an. Okay, so the sentence will become I played baseball and swam in the pool. Okay, this is how I combine these sentences. I combined two sentences and I made it one, and I combined two sentences, I made it one. So now the letter has only two sentences. And now I want to end my letter. So your friend, and then I put a comma after your friend, and then I sign my name. Okay, so this letter is from Carrie and she is sending it to Calvin. Again, we put a comma between the day and year. We put a comma after the greeting, dear Calvin. We combine two sentences using and in the ending of a sentence of the letter we put a comma, and then you sign your name. Okay, and this is the answer key, right? Okay, I'm sorry, I'm a bit sleepy. Okay, now we're going to revise what we took. It says write the verbs in the past tense. So we've taken that when we write the verb in the past tense, we add ed, except have. We said that the past of have is had. Okay, so far when you see a verb, when you want to change the verb to the past tense, you add ed, except when the verb have. Okay, that's what we've taken so far. So our town have a save our earth day. Okay, have, the past tense of have is had. So I want to write our town had a save our earth day. Okay, we planned the event last year. So planned. Okay, planned is one of the verbs that we double the last letter. It ends with a, okay, so this is it ends with N and N is a consonant, and so we will double the N and we will add ed. Okay, we said before that some verbs that end with a consonant, we double it, we make two of the last letter, and then we add ed. So the past of have is had, the past of plan is planned. Okay, number 3. Some people plant trees. Okay, we want to change plant into the past tense. So what do? I add ed. I write plant and I add ed. Some people planted trees. Many people recycle trash. So what do? Some people. Here the verb ends with E. What do? I take out the E and I put ed. Recycle. Okay, I take out the E and I add ed. Many people recycle trash. Okay, remember, the past of have is had. Some verbs that end with consonant, we double the last letter, and like planned, we double the N and we add ed. Okay, and some we just add ed like planned. Some verbs end with E. So what do I do when the verb ends with E? I take the E out and I add ED. Okay, many use less water. So use ends with E. What do? I take out the E and I add ED. Many used less water. Okay? And what else here? And it says use and. We will use and to combine the sentences. Okay, as you see here, mom cuts the grass, mom pulls weeds. Here the sentences have the same subject. So what will I do? I will remove. I will write the first sentence as it is, mom cuts the grass, and I will remove the second subject. And instead I will write and. So mom cuts the grass and pulls weeds. Okay? I rake the leaves. I make big piles. What do? I write the first sentence. I rake leaves. Okay? I take out the I here, the subject, and I write instead and make piles. Okay? Number 8, Joey rake leaves. Joey bags them. So what do? I write Joey rake leaves and bag them. Okay? Okay. So if I say here, Dad trims trees, Dad clips shrubs. How will I combine them? Dad trims trees and clips shrubs. Number 10, we work together, we have fun. Okay, how will I combine them? We work together and have fun. All right, and that was it for today. Okay, these are the answers. That's all.